my name is Corey Cudney, and I started Divine Machine Tattoo actually 4 years ago. I had a shop on Main Street at Main and Winspear. I had worked across the street at Renaissance Studios before that, and decided that I wanted to go off and do my own thing like everybody eventually does. So I went across the street and I opened up a small shop with 2 stations called Divine Machine Tattoo. It said DMT above the door. That's what everybody started calling it. I worked there for a while, found out that this space that I'm in now became available. So I jumped on the opportunity right away. I wanted to work with some more of my friends, then, build a bigger crew. I got sick of working alone. I was getting bored, very bored with it. So I just got in this place about 2 years ago, and it took a while to build, but we had a lot of people working on it, and turned out really good. I'm very happy with it, obviously. So the symbol above the door. The symbol above the door is actually taken from a Frank Lloyd Wright design. I figured that, like, the whole shop is kind of Frank Lloyd Wright influenced in the first place. I'm a really big fan of his architecture, and he's a big name in Buffalo. There's a lot of people here that are fans of his work. He's got 3 houses here, and I just thought it would be cool to kind of have a little nod to him, So I decided to base the shop around his designs, and that symbol is taken directly from a house that he built in 1953. He actually had that symbol lit up just like that in a library, and it was just going along the whole perimeter around the ceiling. And I saw it in a book at Barnes & Noble, and I did a sketch of it on an envelope out of my girlfriend's purse, and just brought it here and constructed that thing, and it was a big pain in the ass, but I finally got it up there, and now it's interesting enough that people are asking about it all the time, My style is actually in the process of changing right now. I've been getting really burned out on doing what I've been known to do for so long. Since I was a little kid, I was drawing portraits. My father was an artist, and since I was a little kid, he always had me drawing. He told me my whole life, since I was born, you're going to be an artist, you're an artist, keep drawing, keep drawing. So he just constantly had me drawing my whole entire life, but he was into drawing portraits and women, figures and nudes and all that stuff, so he just kind of obviously taught me how to do what he knew how to do. So I'd been drawing portraits for so long, it just kind of felt like a natural progression, to start doing it in tattooing. Well, the progression of the shop, it's been constantly progressing, It's been going really well. We're doing better now than we've ever been doing before. Fortunately, we haven't felt any of the strain that the economy crisis has put on most people. It's not affecting us at all. We're very lucky, And we've really grown together as a family. I'm working with my best friends in the world, Everybody feels like brothers and sisters, and everybody gets along incredibly well, and we all feed off of each other as far as art goes and keep each other going, So really the main thing about this shop that makes me love it here is honestly the crew, Just having the right combination of people work together is, the meaning of life, in my opinion.
Well, my name is Dina Gutowski. I work here at Divine Machine. I do body piercings and laser tattoo removal. It's really nice to have a laser removal available here. Some people think that it would be wrong to do laser removal at a tattoo shop, but it actually fairly comes in handy. For instance, this piece here wasn't perfectly happy with it, so I zapped it here and I zapped it there. Now it's light enough that the artist can do exactly what I want with it. So how the laser works is the beam of light is attracted to the ink underneath your skin. So the laser passes through your skin, hits the ink, breaks it up into smaller pieces so that your body's natural process of taking the ink away will be easier. So it basically makes the aging process faster for the tattoo. I generally like to deal with permanent piercings, meaning I stay away from the dermal anchors, the surface piercings, mostly because they end up leaving scars. People don't leave them in for more than a couple of months to a couple of years, anything on the ears, permanent. Fun to play with, you can stretch them, you can shrink them, you can change your jewelry once a day. So that's the most fun for me, are doing ears, because there's, a lot of people say, oh, everybody has that piercing, but it depends on what you put in it. You can put holes anywhere, but it depends on what jewelry you're putting in there. Well, I never in a million years thought I would work at a tattoo shop. Never thought I would have tattoos, never thought I would have piercings, but that's just the way it ended up. I got an offer to come to Divine Machine. Starting from scratch, shop hadn't been built, but the crew was set. And I have worked with everybody that works here that was in the original crew. I had worked with in the past for some amount of time. And I just always said that we should all work together. The opportunity arose, and I definitely jumped on that opportunity.
Well, my name is Christopher Allen. I work at Divine Machine Tattoos. I've been tattooing for about 4 years now, on and off. I used to work at Eternal Ink in West Seneca. Now I've been at Divine Machine since we've been open for 2 years now. I enjoy it quite a lot. The way that I actually started tattooing was kind of random. I was watching one of my friends get tattooed while I was sitting there. I was drawing, and Randall, which you're doing an interview with, I'm assuming, and I was jokingly asking if he would apprentice me. He said yes, quit school. Had a big decision to make, so I decided that I was young enough that if it did flop, I would be able to go back to school and find something that I would be able to do for the rest of my life in that aspect. But it all started from that point, and I decided that if I was going to tattoo, that it would be a very serious profession, and it wouldn't just be a kind of meandering, here's a couple bucks here and there, I'm going to learn how to tattoo and do a good tattoo. I thought that if I was going to do anything, I would really try to add something to the industry and try to persuade others to do the same by the amount of technical ability that's possible with a tattoo. So it's really just a matter of pushing it and finding the right way to get your point across. And everybody's got their own way that they I guess put it down on paper first and then the skin, but I just decided that it was going to be a very serious thing when I started tattooing, to really push it and go as far as I possibly could. Well, realistically, the dynamic at the shop is mismatched and absolutely insane. It really sometimes feels like a circus in here with 6, pretty much full-time artists going 7 days a week. We don't have a day off. Well, individually we have 2 days off, but for the most part we're going strong every day of the week. Starting from Randall. Randall's the funniest person here. He's the most laid back. He's very talented. He's just easygoing, more so than I am. When I think about everybody at the shop, I look at myself as kind of the dad that's not the boss, I guess, because I take it so seriously that I constantly hound people, but it's in a good way, I guess. And everybody that works here, like I said, has a different thing to add to. Randall's, the funny guy. He kind of keeps everything together and keeps it more laid back, so everything has a mild manner to it. It's not too this, and this. It's more chilled out. And then to the apprentice, Liz, right now, she's doing really good. She's more like Randall than anybody else at the shop, really free-spirited. Those two are like brother and sister. I watched Noelle and Lacey come up, and Noelle's just blowing me away lately. She's really good. She's kind of more work-oriented like I am. She's a little bit more serious. She's kind of, in and getting her shit done really fast, and she's always drawing for the next day. And, I see a lot of really good things coming out of that one right there. And then especially Corey, we have one of the craziest artists in the world working, on top of everybody, and it's really influential to me especially, because first time I saw one of his tattoos in a magazine, I was blown away. I didn't think you could do that on a tattoo. And then I was like, shit, if he could do it, I could do it probably. I just have to work really hard and get my shit together and figure out how he technically put ink into the skin and made it look like a photograph and made the lines as tight as you possibly could and do the shading from, you know, black to white in a half of an inch instead of, you know, most tattoos being, you know, one color that fades out